Hi, John, and everybody else at Kellogg Crankshaft. My name's Scott Gillespie. I'm with Otterskin Roof Gear, and I wanted to thank you for the opportunity to take a look at your roof and provide you with a couple of estimates. I want to take you on a tour of the roof real quick, just a couple minutes, just to show you what I'm looking at, and also break down for you the difference between the base bid and the overall bid. The area that we're looking at right now is going to be the base bid. It's approximately 79 feet from this corner here to that wall, and 119 feet from this corner to that wall. In this area here, we're going to do a partial tear off. We're going to take the rubber membrane off, and then underneath it, there's a single layer of 1.5 inch iso board. Actually, excuse me, it's 2 inches. 2-inch iso board is underneath this, and the area I'm taking you over to is the most pronounced area. Very bad. It's not wet, but we do need to get this off of here and get it replaced. This is the area here. If you can see it on video, it's really bubbled up and it's causing a lot of this water to pond in these areas along through here. This is the worst of it, but even in the area that I'm standing on right now, there's pockets that you can see that are raised that's causing a lot of this water to pond in here. So in this section here, we'll just remove the rubber membrane, the 2-inch iso board. Underneath the iso board, there's a 1/2 inch layer of built-up roof with a 1/2 inch of wood fiber board underneath it, and that's secured directly to the metal deck. Everything from the built-up roof down, the wood fiber board, that's all dry, so we would not need to spend the money on the labor and the disposal to remove that part of the roof. So we can just take the rubber, the 2-inch iso board off, put 2 inches of iso back down, and then the duro-last membrane. This area in through here is going to be the overall bid. I did some test cuts on this to test for saturation and weight issues, and there isn't a problem with anything in this area. Outside of, the roof is really old. The rubber is stressed pretty good. It's pitted, and it's due for a new roof. Could you get by? Yeah, you probably could, but it's just a matter of time before it really starts to fail. I also understand in the last rain that there's quite a bit of leaking going up through here. Now this area outside of the tear-off area is 4 different sections. And so each one of them is pretty much the same. It's got the rubber, either 1.5 inches or 2 inches of iso board, then with the built-up roof with the wood fiber board underneath it. So I think in different times when it was built, they just decided to go with different thicknesses of the iso board. But we'd be able to keep everything right on here, go directly over top of the rubber with the new duro-last roof system. Whenever you see an adjoining wall with the metal panels there, what we'll do is we'll remove those panels, or just pull them back, unfasten them, pull them back a little bit, and we'll actually run the duro-last membrane across up behind the panel, put the panel back down. That way the panel counter flashes over top of the duro-last membrane and keeps that transition water tight in there. In this section in here, there's some gutter. What we'll do is we'll just take the duro-last, wrap it over the edge, and terminate it with termination bar inside the gutter. This will give you a good idea right here, though. Where we take those metal panels off, we'll tuck up behind those panels, put the panels back down over top, keeps everything watertight there, and back through. So that's your roof. I also have some information that I left with John on the duro-last product itself. It's a nylon reinforced vinyl membrane. It gets hot air welded together. So literally, when we are done with this roof, whether it's just this one section or if it's the whole thing, when those hot air welds are placed on the overlaps of the membrane, those are never going to come apart. You'll literally have one piece of vinyl that'll go from side to side, front to back, over the edges or up the adjoining walls, and no maintenance on that. So really good system. There's about 60-some pipes that are scattered throughout the roof that you can see. Those also have some really good penetration flashings that are prefabricated through duro-last that basically will be a zero maintenance type product. You can kind of see, I'll show you one for example, there's a history of repair that's gone on with this. You can see all these patches and everything. With the duro-last system being hot air welded, you will never have to do anything like that. Well, that's your roof in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I'm available anytime. My phone number is 989-779-0138. My email address is scott@otterskin.com. Feel free to drop me a line or give me a call anytime. And again, I thank you for this opportunity. I look forward to working with you. Take care.